I don't really remember what age, but I know I was young when I came to the conclusion that, oh, I'm actually not supposed to dream. That's not what you're here for. That's not what you're here for. I used to tell everyone I wanted to be a doctor when I was a kid, and I knew that that was the answer that they were expecting. But when I was 13, I actually thought about being a photographer. But I was told I didn't know what I was talking about and would eventually change my mind. And eventually my mind did change. And after all the media I consumed as a young child, at 14, I decided I needed to be a writer. But, people still insisted that I would change my mind. After all, who has ever made a decent career at writing? That's so impossible, right? It has to be. It has to be like walking on water, the way they were acting. I think it's because as a first-generation Nigerian-American, I am literally an investment. My literal presence in this country is because of the hard work and sacrifice and prayers of my parents and their communities. And in some way, I do think it is my job to honor that by bringing them a return on their investment. But the only way that that return is promised is if I stay in safe and familiar territories. Boring. If I do what they say and not what I believe, I just don't think I can seriously do that. But when I stopped listening to a lot of them, it's almost like they stopped investing. Maybe they just didn't know how, or they felt like it needed to be put towards something a bit more secure. I wonder if they noticed how cautious I was growing up because I felt like it was my duty to be worth everyone's work. I wonder if they ever took the time to realize that my stubbornness to listen to them comes from a bigger willingness to listen to God. I wonder if they know how much responsibility I have always felt to bring them a return on all I know they've poured out. But my thing is, isn't that what I'm doing when I dream? Isn't that what I'm doing when I sit down and I think about all my life experiences, all the people and the places I come from, and all the things I believe I'm capable of, and I come to the conclusion that something extraordinary must come from it all. Or I'm tripping. I'm not tripping. Why shouldn't I have the audacity to dream? To step outside of a box? I don't know. Sometimes I get angry. Thinking about it. Just thinking about how much time was wasted on telling us what I couldn't do. And therefore getting me to hyperfixate on what I'm not, instead of what I could be. What was up with that? But I think that's a good thing. I think we should get angry when people talk to us about what's not possible and all the ways God can't make and all the limitations they think will last forever. And I don't really know what age, but I know I was a little bit older when I came to the conclusion that I'm going to dream. And as I dream, I am honoring those before me. And I'm also forging paths for those after. And as I dream, may the doors I knock on open for me. May the answers I seek become my reality. And may I taste it and see how good it can get. Because one, I know it's possible. And two, to be honest, any other possibility besides it working out just makes me angry. And cut.